All right, soccer fans, welcome into the 2025 OPDL Under-16 Girls Cup Final between Ottawa South United and Woodbridge. This should be a fantastic match here between these two squads that get set to go head-to-head here and vie for Ontario soccer history. Join us live in venue or through our online match center all weekend long. And new this year, fans can enjoy even more coverage through Ontario Soccer's My Soccer app powered by Vimo, featuring exclusive content like player interviews and behind-the-scenes footage you won't find anywhere else. Download the app for free today from the Apple App Store or Google Play Store, and don't miss any of the action here at the 2025 OPDL Cup. We're coming to you live from the Zankin Automotive Soccer Center Stadium Field as we get the rosters and lineups read out here field side for both of these squads. Woodbridge will be wearing their white kits in this one, and the Under-16 girls will be looking to replicate the success the Under-16 Boys had in their cup final to kick us off this morning with a dramatic 3-2 win over their regional rivals, Vaughan. But a challenging OSU side stand in opposition here today. A club that's produced so many elite level players for the Canadian national women's team program over the years. OSU is vying for OPDL glory here this afternoon. A sunny, hot day here in Vaughan. Thankfully, some cloud cover rolling in here and a bit of a breeze blowing left to right across the pitch as we get you set for the opening kickoff. Well, this event would not be possible without our key partners. Toronto FC, the official founding premier partner of Ontario Soccer, as well as the co-presenting partner of the OPDL, the province's youth high performance league. Their commitment to the game is unrivaled. Visit torontofc.com for tickets and more. The Canadian Premier League, on behalf of its Ontario-based member clubs, Forge FC, York United FC, and Atletico Ottawa, are also premier partners of Ontario Soccer and co-presenting partners of the OPDL. For updates and more information, please go to canpl.ca. And don't forget, today's OPDL Cup action is fueled by Gatorade. Rehydrate, replenish, and refuel. Getting the OSU roster read out over the PA system here at the stadium field at the Zankin Automotive Soccer Center. And again, we remind fans to download the My Soccer app powered by Vimo and check out the Match Center page online. Match number 5 on the weekend, about to kick off here in the Under-16 girls final, as the 4 matches we've witnessed between yesterday and this morning have all been phenomenal soccer, and no reason to think that this next one will be anything different, as 2 of the top OPDL teams in the U16 girls division go head-to-head here, with Woodbridge and OSU set to square off. OSU wearing their dark kits here, looking like it's black and white colored from up here, and again Woodbridge in their white kits, blue shorts, blue numbering on the back. Your starting keepers for this one for Woodbridge, it'll be Joel Loquinario, and for OSU it's Liv Harthun between the sticks. Team manager Denise Joy, team assistant coach Jenny Wong, and team head coach Paolo Sosa. And now, ladies and gentlemen, introducing our match officials who were appointed for today's OPDL Cup Final. Your referee, Indian Manolo. Assistant referee, Timothy Adeno. Assistant referee, Patrick Enkel. And All right, soccer fans, let's get you set for the opening kickoff here. It's the 2025 OPDL Under-16 Girls Cup Final between Woodbridge and OSU, and we're just about ready to kick off the action in this much-anticipated matchup as the two teams vie for Ontario soccer history here this weekend. One of 6 matches here on OPDL Cup Finals weekend. We're down to our second last match. The anticipation, and then the weekend goes by so fast. It may seem like long, hot, challenging days, but it goes by in the blink of an eye. And after this one, just one more to go in the U15 Boys Cup Final, and that'll put a bow on things here as the captains come together for the coin toss, and we're just moments away from getting the action underway. Liv Harthun, the starting keeper in this one for OSU. She wears number 1 on her back. And Joelle Loquinario wearing number 0 for Woodbridge, tending goal for them. Good crowd on hand here. OSU, despite their distance, do travel well. They're usually a vocal fan base in support of their girls. And of course, Woodbridge, a local club, drawing support here today too. It's going to be a good one, and we're just moments away from the opening kickoff. Both teams huddling up, and then we'll get to it as the match officials dot the I's and cross the T's, and they'll take their positions. And the anticipation about to come to a head here with the opening kickoff. We're coming to you live from the stadium field at the Zankin Automotive Soccer Center. We're going to play 2 45-minute halves, and if tied at the end of 90, we'd go straight to penalties. 5 shooters aside, but 90 minutes between now and then, and a lot can happen in that time frame. Let's find out who will write history and enjoy the spoils of glory here today. Will it be Woodbridge? Will it be OSU? We're about to find out here at the 2025 OPDL Under-16 Girls Cup Final, streaming live on YouTube and on the My Soccer app powered by BMO. OSU getting a couple of quick sprints in here. Both rosters raring, ready to roll. Now we're about to kick off the action. Woodbridge will defend the goal to your left in white. OSU in black going right to left across your screen. They'll kick us off. Woodbridge coming out with a 4-4-2. OSU looking similar, but they'll push a couple of midfielders right up on the line here for the kickoff. And we're about to get the action underway here at the 2025 OPDL Under-16 Girls Cup Final between OSU and Woodbridge. OSU controlling possession here through their back line as that's played ahead by Nasri. Across the attacking half line, but it's turned over and possessed here by Carano. She feeds it up the line, running onto it. There is Sevazalian, and Sevazalian able to control in the corner, although taking some contact and ending up as a goal kick there. So early in this match, and we'll see how the players contend with the conditions here today, primarily the heat. The wind certainly could impact those balls through the air, especially when it picks up. We're feeling a gust right now, and you're probably hearing a bit of that audio through our field side mics. A great job by our technical crew all weekend long. The unseen team that gets you the show you're watching. And here we go, OSU from the goal kick, taking it out now with Oyedaran on it. She plays that ahead. The ball skids under the foot of Area, and that allows Woodbridge to collect as they play it back to the keeper, Loquinario. She looks for an option, lays that to D'Angelo. She's under pressure from a couple of OSU attackers and does well to dribble her way to safety before laying it off to a teammate. Pressing up the far flank. Woodbridge trying to get some quality possession here, but intercepted and controlled there by Sakely. Turned over, and now Woodbridge trying a quick strike, but the ball gets away from the runner in the form of Theochardis, and Woodbridge do try retain possession, but commit a foul in doing so. So it'll be a free kick for OSU. Phoebe Oyederen plays the ball in, one of the two center backs today for OSU, as her teammate Hilliard gets the ball up the pitch. Controlled now by Southcombe, laying that one off to Karadakis before it's back to Hilliard. Hilliard carrying it forward with space. Threads the needle nicely as it's controlled there by Tucci. Tucci trying to draw to her right foot. She's closed down. Ball skids away, and now a 50-50 where Hilliard does well to come away with it. Hilliard charging forward. Pulls back now and looks for smart possession, but in trying to get that pass, turns it over to Theocharitis. Here goes Woodbridge, looking for that long ball ahead and running onto it, but not before the keeper is Koromilos. She tried to catch that, but the keeper Harthun down to safely secure possession for OSU. She rolls that out to Hilliard, who in turn goes back to the keeper. Harthun playing it up the pitch, not the greatest of knocks, and now Woodbridge in control here with Koromilos on the ball. Check that, that's D'Angelo. D'Angelo cuts that back in front, but off her line comes Harthun to scoop it up. Well, D'Angelo trying to pick out the support there in Armani. Just couldn't quite connect with the pass attempt. OSU trying to work it out the far flank with Aria on the ball. Turns the defender, and now she's got some space up the line. Sends a good ball forward, although defending there with pace and trying to stay there is Owusu. Good job here by OSU. There's the shot attempt, and Loquinario makes the save on that effort from Zabara. So the play up, Zaina Zabara with that chance for OSU, after she did well to make the run against Maya Owusu for Woodbridge, defending that left wing position. Controlled here by OSU with Southcombe. She dishes that over to Karadakis into the middle, and there's a ball ahead for Tucci to run onto, but off her line confidently, Loquinario gets to it first. She rolls that one out to D'Angelo, who then plays it forward. Armani. Running onto it is Sevazalian, as she contends there with the OSU defender, and that's out for a Woodbridge throw. Nice job by Sevazalian there for Woodbridge, as preparing to take the throw is Savina Matza. Tossed in as contending for it is Armani. She's unable to come away with it, and her numerical counterpart Hilliard having some challenges and takes the safe route by conceding the throw in deep in the corner. Matza gets set to take the throw, short option, and she uses it. And it's turned over. Possession here to OSU. Wind picking up here at field level, but probably welcomed by the players, relief from that stifling heat. As OSU played in from the throw, and that ball came in and then went out, so it should. But it looks like they're going to allow them to retake that, at least from my vantage, but give the benefit of the doubt to the AR1, who was directly on the line and had a better sight line. From the subsequent throw, OSU volley the ball around before Woodbridge secure possession. However, can they keep it in here? And yes, they do. Nice hustle effort that time by Savina Matza. Loose ball through the midfield, and Hilliard opts to just clear it up the pitch as Serba will take control for Woodbridge. She plays that up the far flank. Contending is Theocharitis. She chips that ball back to the near side, but not wide enough for her teammate Sevzalian to run onto, so an easy scoop there for Hardhun. Hardhun then throws it out, and under pressure, this could be a turnover, and it is. Carano stepping in. Pass to the teammate up there in Armani, who let a great shot fly, and Addison Armani turned away on that strong save from Liv Hardhun. Good first real chance in this match for either team, and it falls to Woodbridge as Addison Armani had the chance. The subsequent corner taken short. Working her way is D'Angelo, but she loses it. The ball pops free now as Matza takes it, playing it out wide for Armani. Armani trying to work on the defender. A bit of jersey being tugged there, and then contact afterwards, but advantage here as it's controlled by Rodriguez. Ball skids away from Theocharitis, and Woodbridge have to square up once again. They reset along the far flank with Koromilos on the ball. She's defended well, and then Koromilos getting a lot, but not enough to commit a foul. Comes away with the ball and then couldn't get a clean pass off. OSU trying to clear it ahead, and they do so successfully. Trying to work the far side there is Forster. Ball turned over, and both teams struggling for quality possession. OSU have it now, and on a 1-2 running up to it here is Zabara. Zabara plays that one into the penalty area as Hilliard checked that. That was Sakeley who made the attempt on ball, and OSU fans wanted a call, but nothing doing, as now it's collected by Koromilos. Koromilos trying to turn on the defender. Chips it forward, but it's intercepted by Karadaikis. Controlled here by Hilliard. Finds the running option, but it's anticipated well by the defender Matza and broken up. Through the midfield, Carano. She starts to spur an attack forward for Woodbridge. Laying that one off to Koromilos. Trying to make the return run is Carano, but the ball not in her path as it'll be secured by Winter. Winter, however, gives up the throw, and Woodbridge will have possession here. From the throw, Theocharitis trying to turn on the defender. Nothing doing initially. She continues to battle and comes away with it. Makes the pass to Rodriguez. Left-footed attempt, but right at the keeper, and a routine save there for Liv Hardhun. 10th minute of action. Woodbridge continue to generate opportunities and put attempts on target as Rodriguez battles for that loose ball, and she's going to come away with it here. Rodriguez tracking back as she didn't want to take it into the corner, looking for support as she plays the ball forward, but that's initially blocked. Controlled now by Carano. She's under pressure there from Tucci. OSU trying to secure possession, but the ball finds its way to D'Angelo. Woodbridge pressing on the attacking side of half. D'Angelo makes the pass to Armani, trying to force that back to Theocharitis. That time it's played out wide, but too far wide for Koromilos to make a play, who then commits the foul on the OSU player. And Koromilos gets whistled for the infringement. So 11th minute here, as we're playing two 45-minute halves in the under-16 girls final of the 2025 OPDL Cup. Here go OSU, marching forward, working right to left across your screen. That through ball blocked as trying to play the service through was Zabara. Controlled nicely there by Winter. Quick little 1-2 as they work their way through the midfield here. Zabara unable to handle that pass. And that ball just skids away from Sevazilian and out for an OSU throw. Hilliard. Quick touch back there from Sakeley before it's controlled by Oyetarin. OSU retained possession as it was secured by Tucci. They continue to try push into the attacking third, but Woodbridge break it up, and now they look for counter-attacking possibilities. Pulling back, though, not wanting to force is Rodriguez. Lays that one off, and then punched up the pitch for Koromilos to run onto, but Winter there defensively as she knocks that one out of play. Tossed in towards the corner. Winter trying to shield this out, and it will go for a goal kick. So both teams trying to find a breakthrough here in the early stages of this match. 13th minute of action. Better chances so far falling to Woodbridge. And a notable save from Harthun. The key difference so far in this match. Ball played forward from the goal kick as OSU try hold possession with Southcombe. She lays that back. Charging onto it is Nasri. She's under pressure and has to lay it to Hilliard. Southcombe. Check that. That was Sakely who tried to play it forward, but it ended up between Southcombe and Zibara, and neither one could truly make a play there. Loquinario. D'Angelo. Theocharitis unable to hold it initially, and now OSU have it with Karadakis. Laying that back for Nasri. Nasri stepping into space here. Nasri shaking off the first tackle. Stopped on the second attempt. D'Angelo knocks it loose, but not free of the pressure. Held here by Karadakis. Playing it wide where it's controlled by Southcombe. Her ball defended well, and now Theocharitis tries to make the play for Woodbridge, but it gets away from her. Karakaritis, her through ball was eventually knocked down after the touch from Tucci. And now here go Woodbridge on the attacking side of half. Working the flank, trying to play forward is Carano. Carano taking it into the attacking third, trying to work her way into the penalty area, playing it off of Hilliard, and out for a Woodbridge corner. So Woodbridge gain another corner kick opportunity here. And this will be a tough one to play with the wind essentially blowing towards the corner where they'll be kicking it from. You have to wonder if they opt for a short option or maybe something to the short post here. The wind picking up. And while normally helping Woodbridge at this point from that corner, you can see the wind impacting the flag. A tough spot to be here. Armani setting up for the outswinger. No sign of a short option, intending to whip this in. Ball getting hung up temporarily in the wind as the keeper coming well off her line to try charge here. Harthun with a physical exchange. And I believe this is a free kick here for Woodbridge. So Harthun risking it all by charging off her line. And lucky that the foul she commits outside the area. And a free kick right at the edge of the penalty area now for Woodbridge. Three-player wall sets up to defend here as Armani, who took the corner, prepares for this free kick. And again, a chance here to cross something in either to the back post, or you have to wonder if Armani might try for the short side here. Harthun positions her wall. Armani steps back to take the free kick. Chips, back post, knocked on. Oh, it's in front. Rodriguez with the chance. Two big saves from Liv Harthun. What a sequence. Harthun, who committed the foul by charging off her line, plays hero there on that scramble where the ball fell to Rodriguez. She had, I believe, two cracks at it, and Harthun making two big saves. Armani will set up for the corner, another outswinger to come. Keep an eye on Theocharitis, who's right on top of the keeper, Harthun. Corner delivered, but that one straight out for a goal kick. So 17th minute of action, and Woodbridge continue to press with quality chances, but Liv Hardhunt continues to be a difference maker here, backstopping OSU. Loose ball, it's going to be turned over and secured here by Matza. She takes it for Woodbridge, chips forward, but between two players, and cleared well that time by Oyederen. Chasing it for Woodbridge is Serba. She controls and slows things down. Rodriguez. Controlled here through the back line as D'Angelo receiving the pass from Owusu. Touch, not quite enough on it to find the wing player. And now OSU have it with Hilliard. Allie Hilliard goes back to the keeper. As Hardhunt will dribble it forward before playing it out with the right foot. Flicked on there by Tucci, but out of the range of Zabara, and controlled by the Woodbridge keeper, Loquinario. D'Angelo, back to Loquinario. Rodriguez, back to the keeper. As Loquinario out of her area, trying to press the Woodbridge strikers up the pitch. Good header there by Owusu as she had some pressure in the form of Zabara. And that ball intended for Rodriguez, out of touch, but for a Woodbridge throw. Well, as the Bank of Soccer with decades of investing in soccer programming at all levels, BMO is committed to boldly grow the good in business and life by growing our beautiful game. We are honored to work with BMO as lead partner of Ontario Soccer's grassroots empowerment initiatives and the newly announced digital platform My Soccer, powered by BMO, a cutting-edge app and media platform set to revolutionize the soccer experience for players, coaches, officials, fans, and families throughout Ontario. Download the My Soccer app powered by BMO today for free. Here go Woodbridge trying to brew an attack as that's flicked on initially by Armani, but they're unable to retain possession after the clearance. Through the center circle where D'Angelo takes it again for Woodbridge. Trying to step past a couple of would-be defenders. Draws that one over to Theocharitis, but quickly dispossessed. And again, the strikers have to reset. D'Angelo unable to reel that ball in, and now Zabara trying to make a play here for OSU. Couldn't get ahead to it, and now Owusu goes all the way back to the keeper, Loquinario. Woodbridge have certainly had the bulk of possession in this match. Not just chances, but just controlling the pace here as once again they charge onto the attacking side of half. D'Angelo playing it out wide and unable to catch that one was Koromilos. Missed opportunity that time for the strikers as we approach the midway mark of the first half and anticipating the cooling break here with these extreme heat warning in effect. The wind certainly providing some relief, but these players will welcome that cooling break in the next few minutes. In the meantime, they march on and Woodbridge take control here as Sev Zalian takes it, tried to feed it through. Oh, nearly a miscue there from the OSU backline and keeper as in the end, Hardhunt securing it, but a tense moment there with that miscommunication between Nasri and Hardhunt. Hardhunt playing it out, but stepping up to make the play for Woodbridge is Matza. Theocharitis tried to bring it down, but a handball called, and possession here with a kick for OSU. Quickly played forward by Oyederen. Back now with Tucci as she turns and looks forward for an option. Lays that off to Hilliard. Nasri opening up on the wing. Hilliard trying to send her for a run, but the ball not wide enough and easily picked off there by Matza, who then goes back to the keeper Loquinario. Switching that over to Owusu. Owusu lays that over. Carano with space, had the option up the wing, decided to pull back as Mazza plays it over to D'Angelo. Loquinario. Woodbridge patient in their approach here. They don't want to force. They're going to reset and try see if they can expose something in that OSU backline. Through the midfield. Here could be some opportunities opening up with Carano on the ball. She tried to flick that over to Theocharitis, but it was off the mark and now controlled by the OSU keeper, Harthunt. 23rd minute of action and Harthunt having to play that out under pressure. And with that, we'll get the cooling break. So 23 minutes of this match in the books so far. The second half of the first half to come up after the cooling break. You're tuned in to the 2025 OPDL Under-16 Girls Cup Final between Woodbridge and OSU.
This time, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to take a moment to give thanks to all of our volunteers and workers for their hard work and support during this year's OPDL tournament round and final. Many hours are spent ensuring that our events are a success, and much of that success is thanks to the many dedicated volunteers. So kindly, a round of applause for our volunteers.
Woodbridge in possession here, and now we've got some action with the ball into the penalty area, and Woodbridge trying to generate a shot attempt, but Harthunt there to make the save on that attempt from Armani. All right, welcome back from the cooling break, folks, as we get you back to the action here. It's the Under-16 Girls OPDL Cup Finals. between OSU and Woodbridge were scoreless, but here go OSU. Zabara charging forward, right into the penalty area. Zabara with the shot. Loquinario with the save, and then the danger cleared to the half. Nasri controls now for OSU as both teams getting some life after the cooling break, and the play opening up a little bit now. Tucci feeds that ahead for Zabara. She steps over it, takes the shot. Oh, Loquinario tracks back and can't keep it out. OSU take a 1-0 lead. Zaina Zabara, the player who gets the call-up today, gets the opening goal in the 27th minute. Let's get another look at this one. Tucci laying it to Zabara. Beautiful step over. Fired that right-footed shot. Loquinario maybe should have had it and tried to get back to prevent it from crossing the line, but advantage to OSU, and from the cooling break, they come out scorching hot with that opening goal from Zaina Zabara. So the player who gets the call-up today making the impact. There's 4 call-up players on OSU's roster today, and Zabara not only getting the start up front, getting the opening goal here in the Under-16 Girls OPDL Cup Final. OSU as Sakely playing that one over to Winter. Oyeteren back to the keeper, Harthun. And how big were those saves from Liv Harthun to keep her team in the match when Woodbridge were pressing, looking for an early advantage. Eventually OSU finding a way through, and Zabara with the difference maker so far. Here goes Owusu. Good pass ahead as tracking with it is Carano. She's got an option out wide, but she continues to drive forward. Ball played out, but unable to time the run properly was the winger in Koromilos, and an offside called against Woodbridge. Oyeteren will restart play here from the kick, and match official urging her to get the ball in play. She plays it short to Winter, one of the 4 call-ups today for OSU. Turned over as stepping up to make the play for Woodbridge was D'Angelo. Back heel, oh, this could be a chance now as Theocharitis tries to track it down, but off the line comes Harthun to secure it. Larissa Theocharitis has been right in the thick of it today for Woodbridge, but yet to find a way through. As Zabara, who does have the goal here for OSU, unable to capitalize that time. Loquinario playing it out, and now under some pressure, Woodbridge have to secure possession with Carano on the ball. She lays that one off, and now they'll try through the middle of the pitch where it's turned over. Controlled by Karadakis as Tucci tries to feed it over to Zabara, but Owusu there defensively for Woodbridge. Final 15 minutes of the opening half, and Woodbridge now trailing 1-0 will have some urgency to try find an equalizer before the halftime break. Here they march forward with Mora on the ball. She came in as a substitute after the cooling break, and once again unable to curl the run is Faith Koromilos, and she's called for the offside. Quick restart by OSU, trying for something to catch Woodbridge sleeping maybe, but Owusu there defensively to keep Zabara at bay. Loquinario. D'Angelo. Woodbridge inching up the pitch here. Closing on the ball is Cesario. And now it's back with Loquinario, the Woodbridge keeper once again. OSU content to let her have it there. And now it works wide with Savina Matza. Matza taking the space in front of her here. Draws the ball in as it's controlled by Carano. Dishing it off. Mora couldn't feed it through the traffic. And now D'Angelo resets here at the half line. Working the flank, it's controlled by Matza. She starts to cut her way inside. Draws that pass, turning into the middle here. Carano laying it over to Koromilos. She tries to shield from Winter. Drops it back as it's controlled by Zerba. She crosses that one into the goal area and in the end out for a corner kick. A nice cross there by Zerba that created the opportunity for Woodbridge. Defended well by OSU in the end, even if a tense moment. Conceding a corner, and let's see how they defend this incoming kick from Armani, who sets up for the in-swinger. A couple of white jerseys right in around the OSU keeper. Keep an eye on that as the ball delivered towards the near post, and Winter, not taking chances, knocks it out for another corner. The Woodbridge bench urging some last-second instructions before this corner as Armani sets up for another in-swinger. Poor quality from both corners, and OSU able to clear this one out. Armani takes control, lays that one over to Serba. Serba, she delivers a cross that could be threatening, is running onto it, and Harthunt with a big save there as Rashti had the chance. Gabriella Rashti with a great opportunity for Woodbridge, but Harthunt making a big save, and Harthunt holding her side a little bit, maybe her rib cage, and a bit of a physical challenge there in making that save. You get a look at the replay, and you have to hope that Harthunt is okay. She seems to be fine, but maybe favoring that side, the left side there, just a little bit. Well, she's been a key reason why OSU have the lead and haven't conceded yet, because Woodbridge have certainly had the bulk of shots attempted and shots on target. Not to mention possession as Matza tosses in. Woodbridge working tight to the line here. Matza will square up and try find an option through the middle as Carano plays it back to Owusu. Inside the final 10 minutes of the first half here. And a reminder that the biggest soccer event in the world is coming to our country and province in 2026. And we want you to be a part of it. With BMO as the title partner, Generation 26 is a bold initiative. And we'll get back to that in a second, because here goes OSU after the turnover on a counter. Zabara trying to make magic happen again, but that time her through ball blocked. However, the danger's still present. Tucci with a bit of a weak volley and ultimately secured by Loquinario. Well, with BMO as the title partner, Generation 26 is a bold initiative designed to bring the game to every corner of Ontario with a full calendar of events and initiatives running through the summer of 2026 and beyond. Learn more at ontariosoccer.net/Gen26. Carano has it for Woodbridge. Serba playing that one ahead, but too hot for Koromilos to handle. OSU in transition. Tucci running onto it, but defended well by D'Angelo. And then she knocks it ahead for Koromilos. Koromilos working the far touchline. Across the half line, and she starts to cut back into the middle. Pass a little bit behind Armani, who had to slow up to get it. But it's controlled now by Mora. Mora baits in the first defender. Second defender closes her down, and well done that time by Oyeteren to make the tackle and not commit a foul. Turning with the ball here. OSU trying to Bruin attack with Zabara on it. She's got their goal in this match. Zabara taking a lot of contact, but play continuing on with the advantage. Shot from distance, but never challenging the target, and Tucci's attempt out for a goal kick. Well, Zabara, who took the contact on that sequence, dropping to the turf here, and whether she's a little bit cramped or hopefully nothing more serious than that, she'll need a minute here to recover and get stretched out, and both teams will take a quick opportunity to get some additional hydration with the player injury. And we certainly hope a speedy, quick recovery there for Zaina Zabara, who's got the lone goal in this game. It's 1-0 for OSU as we're into the 38th minute of action. Woodbridge preparing to make a substitution here, as it'll be Rodriguez coming back into this match. She had a great chance earlier in the half where Harthun made basically a point-blank save, a couple of point-blank saves on Rodriguez, as there you get a look at the Woodbridge bench. And good to see Zabara able to get up under her own power. Looks like she may be able to continue on, but with receiving some medical treatment, she'll, at least for now, have to come off the pitch. So we'll restart the action here momentarily as Woodbridge prepare to make their change. And coming out of the game will be Theocharitis. Zabara looks like she's going to be able to come back into this match after a brief bit of medical attention. And we'll restart here with the goal kick for Woodbridge. So Zabara is just going to hang at the half line, and she'll come back on the field here momentarily. And we're back to 11 aside as Woodbridge working it out here. Carano nearly had it get away from her. She does quickly retain possession now, and Carano looking to play that ball out wide. Koromilos stepping over, trying to work inside. Right-footed attempt. Bit of a hit and a hope. Didn't matter, though, as the flag went up and she was offside. I think that's about the third time now Koromilos herself has been called offside, so she's got to try time her run and just have a look over her shoulder, checking her positioning relative to that back line. OSU doing a good job moving as a unit, and once again putting a stop to the Woodbridge attack before it can even get going. Rodriguez intercepts the ball off the restart, controlled here by Carano. Played ahead as it's picked up by Rashti. Rashti had a great chance a few minutes ago. Now she plays that one over to Rodriguez. Touches to Koromilos. Tees up the right-footed shot. And that one curling wide on our near side. As you get a look at the replay, and Woodbridge just continue to create, but struggled to find that clinical finish here in the first half. 40th minute of action. OSU leading 1-0 over Woodbridge here in the 2025 OPDL Under-16 Girls Cup Final, as we're coming to you live from the stadium field at the Zankin Automotive Soccer Center. Harthun, the keeper for OSU from the restart, playing the ball out and out as Zabara contending for it here against Ousu. Zabara lays that over as Sakely gets the touch to Nasri. Nasri closed down immediately by Rashti. And now it's controlled by Armani. She turns and finds Rodriguez up the field with time and space in the near corner. Starts to work her way back towards the penalty area. Rodriguez, bit of a heavy touch there. It got away from her. Woodbridge resetting here with Matza on the ball. Lays that one off to Rashti. Rashti fake towards the corner, now pulls back to the middle. There's a pass as trying to feed it through was Armani, broken up, and now Zabara has it for OSU, looking to counterattack, and they have a break on the wing, streaking forward. Southcombe feeds it back across for Tucci, big save, rebound chance to the back post. Owusu clears it, but danger's still present. Zabara dribbles, makes the move, and scores! Oh, what an effort! Zaina Zabara with a brace in the first half. And OSU take a 2-0 lead. She might be a permanent call-up after this performance. The permit player with a brace in the first. Get another look at this tremendous individual effort as she had that fancy footwork to get around the first defender, drew the ball to her right foot and then buried it low and hard past the keeper Loquinario, who did well to make the first sequence of saves on Tucci. But again, that only half clearance by Woodbridge proving costly. They couldn't get the ball clear of the penalty area. And moments later, it's a brace for OSU and Zabara. D'Angelo, Zabara committing a foul that time, and she may end up going into the book here. Looks like she'll just get a warning as both D'Angelo and Zabara drawing the referee's words here. And in the 43rd minute, OSU looking to take a 2-goal lead into the halftime break. What an incredible sequence as, again, I mean, Woodbridge certainly with the bulk of possession, and you would think it would be curious to see the halftime stats, but at least to my count, it seems like Woodbridge has had more attempts and shots on target, but trailing 2-0 here in this one. They try respond. As digging away for it was Koromilos. Woodbridge still in possession along the far touchline. Controlled now by Carano. She flicks it into the middle for Rodriguez. Just that quick counterattack as Rodriguez takes the shot, but never truly threatening Harthun with that attempt. Well, just that quick counterattack opportunity from OSU. That big play in the center circle by Zabara to win that 50-50 against Owusu, and then touch the ball out wide, where Southcombe crossed it in for Tucci's chance. Two big saves by Loquinario, but then Zabara would not be denied the brace. Woodbridge trying to respond here. Rashti, she's bumped off the ball, but no call. Zabara cuts inside on Owusu and now tries to go around her on the outside, but this time Owusu wins that battle and draws a foul from Zabara. Woodbridge with time ticking away here in the first half, trying to claw one back. Mora plays it out wide for Koromilos to run onto. Koromilos stepping. Dishes to Zerba. Zerba laying that one back to the overlap. Into the middle now for Carano. Back to D'Angelo. Waiting to see how much added time we'll have here at the end of the first half. And we'll have a minimum of 3 minutes to be added on here to conclude this first half of action. OSU holding on to a 2-goal lead on a brace from Zabara, and it could be more now as Southcombe carries it ahead. Southcombe bringing it into the middle and looking for support options. Lays it off here to Cesario. Cesario, left-footed ball to the top of the area where it's met by Zabara. Drawing into her left now, tried to pull back. That was initially blocked. Zabara retains possession. Again, her through ball blocked, never could find a way clean, and Woodbridge now have possession on OSU. But that ball intended for Rodriguez, too far for her to catch, and Oyetaran opts to play it back to her keeper, Harthun. Nearly through 1/3 of the 3 minute minimum to be played here as Tucci has room to run here for OSU. Tucci playing it to Zabara. Nice little 1-2. Tucci from distance, but routine work there for Loquinario, who needed that save for her confidence after a tough first goal conceded to Zabara where the ball slipped through her hands. And then an equally deflating second goal conceded after a good save tight against Tucci, unable to make the save on Zabara. Mora turns for Woodbridge. She's shielded closely, but a foul committed there by Sakely and a free kick for Woodbridge, much to the dismay of some of the vocal OSU fans in attendance. Just past the midway mark of the additional 3-minute minimum to be played. Squaring up to take the kick is Anna Sabara. Excuse me, Serba. Serba squaring up for the free kick here. As she puts a left foot into the ball, met by the OSU defender before Woodbridge retained possession. D'Angelo chips towards the area. Ball gets past Winter initially, and on the 50-50. Not much on that chance, but getting to it was Armani with enough of a touch to put it on target to force the save from Hardhunt. Carano, Rodriguez, Coromilos trying to turn on Winter. Coromilos cutting inside, Winter staying with her. Coromilos gets positioning, but then in trying to draw the pass back to Armani, ended up turning it over. OSU then turn it over, and Woodbridge trying to take possession. Rashti, her through ball, blocked and cleared away on that effort from Oyederin. Awusu shielding off the push there from Zabara. Rashti driving wide here. Rashti lays it off. And that'll do it for the opening 45 minutes of play, where OSU have stormed out to a 2-0 lead on the strength of a brace from their call-up, Zaina Zabara. We'll get a look at the first-time half stats, and then before we head to the break, we'll run through some of the great moments in this match. And there you go. By the halftime whistle, that discrepancy a little closer, but Woodbridge out shooting OSU with 10 attempts to 7, 7 on target to 6 on target, 5 corners to 0 corners, but the stat mattering most, OSU 2, Woodbridge 0. Well, folks, don't go anywhere. We'll have the second half kickoff coming up next as you're tuned in to the 2025 OPDL Under-16 Girls Cup Final between Woodbridge and OSU. You're tuned in to the Ontario Soccer live stream.
The provincial program, it offers a lot of opportunities, and if you go there and you do your thing, a lot of good things can come for you right after. So that would definitely be my biggest advice, is to just understand the opportunity and don't take anything for granted.
My advice is you're here, you got chosen for a reason, and just don't get caught up in being nervous because it goes by so quick. So just enjoy it, have fun, and just play how you play.
Have fun, play your game, play how you always play. You're chosen for a reason, and be confident, be a good team player, support each other, and just, yeah, have fun.
Always keep mentally strong and be prepared for any adversity they face, and to always keep their head high.
You guys were chosen for a reason. You clearly have talent if you were selected for this. So just be yourself on the field and really have fun.
Don't be overwhelmed by the experience. It's going to be super exciting. You guys were picked for a reason. Go out and have lots of fun.
Know your worth. You guys have been selected for a reason. These are the best players in Ontario. So, I mean, you're here to show why you're the best. And I just say, know your worth, be confident.
My advice for the U14s is to take the constructive criticism that you get from your coaches or your fellow teammates and just run with it, because that's the only thing that's going to make you grow and to make you stronger.
There's no game on today.
Where is everyone? Do we know that guy?
Was that just in Marsh?
For me, my soccer journey in OPDL started with Markham FC. At the time I played for Pickering, but I had moved to Markham to play there. I played in there for a couple of years, had a lot of joy there, did really well with the team. The team was really good.
The OPDL provided the environment for real elite class players to play against each other consistently, and so that definitely helped Jade to raise the game and to become the player that she is today.
It allowed her to develop to her potential and also be visible. Everyone knew about Jade. When you're in the OPDL program and you're good, people are going to know. It's set up to identify those players.
The the OPDL is a great league that's set up to put a lot of eyes and a lot of people looking at your pathway. I think that it's very fluid in the way that you can play.
She was a best case example. But all those younger kids saw a tangible, real life example of success. Whether that person wanted to obtain a soccer scholarship, we saw Jade go on and do that in Michigan. Jade being a part of the provincial team program. For others who wanted to do that, they saw Jade do that. Youth national teams, senior national teams, now overseas with Manchester United. So all of those things that younger players may want to achieve on a personal level, Jade has done that.
No dream is too big, because if I can do it, they can do it.
I feel honored being selected for Team Ontario, and I feel like privileged.
People thought that I had something to contribute to this team, and that means a lot.
There's a lot of hard work and dedication that leads into this.
It's a really nice reward for all the hard work that all of us put in.
Okay, girls, it's all yours.
And it's nice to see all the work that everyone puts in to produce talent in this province.
I felt great. I felt like I made it to another step in my life, and I just want to keep on getting better and show what I can do.
I've always wanted to be on the team, so it's really exciting.
Not every kid has the chance to be here and play for Team Ontario, so I'm really proud of myself.
It's super cool to represent where I grew up, and obviously my goal is to go as far as possible. So I was just really excited because this is a really good first step.
It was really exciting, and I was really happy to find out when I got the email.
It feels quite awesome, honestly. It's a great experience.
I feel like I get to perform and show my talents to everyone here watching and Ontario Soccer.
I'm really appreciative. I really like this program, and it's amazing here. I really like it.
Walking in, seeing our names above our jersey, I've done some stadium tours, and it literally felt right like that. It felt like we were professional players.
It felt like a pro experience.
A pro experience. It felt really professional.
It was very professional and stuff. I've seen it on TV and stuff, so it was that.
It felt like I was walking into a professional team's change room, and then I'm about to play in a professional game.
It felt like I was kind of like a professional, with all my teammates.
It was a really nice experience just to hype us up, maybe get us ready for the game even more.
I'm excited for the games, the results, and to make friendships with the new teammates I have.
I'm really excited to play with the best players in Ontario, playing with them and against them.
I like being challenged like this. It's a great feeling. I love it.
I'm just excited to perform for my coaches, my teammates, and to just show my skills around.
Just be able to play with a couple of my friends, show who I am, and play my greatest abilities,
I'm most excited for playing with new players that aren't on my team, that I don't get to see very often, and that are from different places like London and Ottawa.
Learn new stuff, score some goals, help the team win.
Learn about what I can do on my position and just get better, play with better players, and just improve.
We both played 2012, so having this opportunity to play up with this amazing group of girls has just been awesome.
Yeah, it's really exciting.
Yeah, these jerseys are super cool, so they're really nice.
The provincial program, it offers a lot of opportunities, and if you go there and you do your thing, a lot of good things can come for you right after. So that would definitely be my biggest advice, is to just understand the opportunity and don't take anything for granted.
My advice is you're here, you got chosen for a reason, and just don't get caught up in being nervous because it goes by so quick. So just enjoy it, have fun, and just play how you play.
Have fun, play your game, play how you always play. You're chosen for a reason, and be confident, be a good team player, support each other, and just, have fun.
Always keep mentally strong and be prepared for any adversity they face, and to always keep their head high.
You guys were chosen for a reason. You clearly have talent if you were selected for this. So just be yourself on the field and really have fun.
Don't be overwhelmed by the experience. It's going to be super exciting. You guys were picked for a reason. Go out and have lots of fun.
Know your worth. You guys have been selected for a reason. These are the best players in Ontario, so I mean, you're here to show why you're the best. And I just say, know your worth, be confident.
My advice for the U14s is to take the constructive criticism that you get from your coaches or your fellow teammates and just run with it, because that's the only thing that's going to make you grow and to make you stronger.
She's been sick though. She's been off all week. Really? Yeah. The bad back.
Lost. There's no game on today.
Where is everyone? Do we know that guy?
Was that just in Marsh?
For me, my soccer journey in OPDL started with Markham FC. At the time I played for Pickering, but I had moved to Markham to play there. I played in there for a couple of years, had a lot of joy there, did really well with the team. The team was really good.
The OPDL provided the environment for real elite class players to play against each other consistently, and so that definitely helped Jade to raise the game and to become the player that she is today.
It allowed her to develop to her potential and also be visible. Everyone knew about Jade. When you're in the OPDL program and you're good, people are going to know. It's set up to identify those players.
The OPDL is a great league that's set up to put a lot of eyes and a lot of people looking at your pathway. I think that it's very fluid in the way that you can play.
She was a best case example, but all those younger kids saw a tangible, real life example of success. Whether that person wanted to obtain a soccer scholarship, we saw Jade go on and do that in Michigan. Jade being a part of the provincial team program. For others who wanted to do that, they saw Jade do that. Youth national teams, senior national teams, now overseas with Manchester United. So all of those things that younger players may want to achieve on a personal level, Jade has done that.
No dream is too big, because if I can do it, they can do it.
OPDL is a great league that's set up to put a lot of eyes and a lot of people.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're moments away from the start of our second half match here. We hope that you're all doing well and managing this pretty hot, humid weather today. And I hope that you're also enjoying the spectacular game before you.
All right, soccer fans, welcome back inside the stadium field at the Zankin Automotive Soccer Center as we get you set for second half kickoff here in the 2025 OPDL Under 16 Girls Cup Final between OSU and Woodbridge. Woodbridge in white will kick off the second half, working right to left across your screens, but it's OSU on the strength of a brace from their call-up. Zaina Zabara with goals in the 27th and 42nd minutes. And OSU lead this OPDL Cup Final 2-0. Let's see how Woodbridge respond here to kick off the second half, as drawing it back there is Rashti. Woodbridge working it back to D'Angelo. Dishing it off now to Rodriguez. Woodbridge has created chances, but they haven't been able to find a way past the keeper, Hardhun, who has been good today for OSU. OSU relieving the pressure as Zabara takes control at the half line. Got the overlap option out wide in Gadban. Gadban takes possession, but immediately closed down by Rodriguez, and it'll be secured by Woodbridge as they go back to the keeper, Loquinario. She plays that out, and it's D'Angelo in possession. Her ball ahead for Rodriguez. In through the middle where Carano pushes it further wide. Back into the center circle where it's quickly flicked on by Armani, but it'll be met by an OSU defender in the form of Nasri, and possession turned over. OSU taking it up the near flank now as Gadban runs onto it before laying it off to Winter. OSU setting it up here with Hilliard playing that long ball for Nasri to run onto. Keeps it in play and now works her way into the attacking third. But after the first move, lost possession before it went out for an OSU throw. OSU move it back here to Hilliard. And as OSU try play it here with Zabara on it, that's broken up, and here goes D'Angelo for Woodbridge. A reminder that today's OPDL Cup action is fueled by Gatorade. With a proven blend of carbs and electrolytes, Gatorade is scientifically formulated so you never stop competing. And remember, both TFC and CPL are vital aspirational destinations along the talented pathway. TFC, through its TFC Academy, is a pinnacle club soccer destination for aspiring professional male players in our province. And the CPL is Canada's top-tier men's domestic professional league, represented in Ontario by its member clubs Forge FC, York United FC, and Atletico Ottawa, provides important developmental opportunities for over 150 Canadian players, many who have come from Ontario. OSU player knocked to the ground as Zabara popped back up and wasn't too happy about the exchange, but wins the free kick for her team. And Armani, who was called for the foul, retreats in disbelief. Alana Tucci stands over top the ball to take the free kick here. As OSU put players across the top of the penalty area. Tucci, her right-footed cross met by a defensive effort before battling for possession was Oyetarin. Knocked about. Hilliard in trouble here, but she did well to win that shoulder-to-shoulder. And now Carano comes to it for Woodbridge. Controlled along the far touchline by Matza. She plays that back to D'Angelo. Ahead for Rodriguez. She'll go on to the attacking side of half, and Woodbridge start to brew something here with Rodriguez in possession. Cuts back, pulling to the right side. Back towards the middle here. Draws that ahead. Quick return as they get some quick touch passing and a good switch as it's picked up by Koromilos. Koromilos working her way through the middle of the field now. Trying to drop a central position for a shot. Lets it fly. Harthun a little awkward in making the save, but in the end, ultimately getting there to make the stop. As she's been perfect so far today for OSU in goal. She'll be pressured here to make a play. Oh, and Harthun nearly gets caught there as pressing for the challenge. I believe that was Armani. And a good hustle effort from Armani. Harthun ultimately fouled, so OSU restart with the free kick, but cutting it very close there on that play. Oyetarin gets set to take the throw here for OSU. Back in, but D'Angelo controls for Woodbridge. Makes the move and takes it up the line. D'Angelo draws over to Koromilos into the penalty area, but a heavy first touch. Hilliard with a half clear as it's controlled there by Sakely and out for a Woodbridge throw. 51st minute of action as Tantalo takes the throw here for Woodbridge. OSU intercept, cleared up the line, but once again it'll go out for a Woodbridge throw-in. So Chiara Tantalo will take the throw again for Woodbridge. This time from her own side of half, as Chiara Tantalo looks for options and uses the short one in Rodriguez. Rodriguez turning away from pressure, trying to flick it forward, but OSU come up with the interception after the foot there from Gadban. Zavira unable to run onto that as Zabara was well away from that through ball played by Tucci. And Woodbridge ultimately giving possession away here, and OSU will take it. A throw-in along the near touchline as Oyetarin played it in. Zabara, who's got the brace for OSU, can't handle possession that time. Armani, good ball to the far flank as Rashti runs onto it. Nasri defending her. Rashti takes her into the turf.
Good job, man. Good job.
Check, check. All right, sorry about that, folks, as cord came loose there for a moment. And now Rodriguez has possession for Woodbridge. D'Angelo looking to press them forward. D'Angelo crossing, but there's Oyetarin for the defensive assignment. Rodriguez plays it with a hand, and that's possession to OSU. OSU restarting and controlling here with Gadban on the ball. It's a long through ball too far for anyone to run onto, and as a result the keeper Locunario controls for Woodbridge. D'Angelo pushing forward here as Woodbridge need to find something, trailing by 2. They push that one up to Armani. The threat has seemingly subsided as the match has gone on. Woodbridge threatening early and often, and then little by little it's gotten away from them. But here goes D'Angelo trying to push them forward. Rashti crosses that. This could be a chance as Koromilos is going to track it down at the edge of the penalty area. Near side now. Draws a less than quality pass back, and that's intercepted. And at least for now, the danger subsides. Zerba, she pushes forward here for Woodbridge. That ball too far for Rodriguez to make a play. The back pass here. And Hardhunt, after being challenged last time, didn't cut it as close here. Ball out of touch. It'll be a Woodbridge throw-in. As Chiara Tantalo gets set to take the throw. The heat's certainly a factor as some players catching a quick drink while they can. And now Tantalo's got to get the ball in. She tosses for Rodriguez. Closed down immediately as charging was Gadban. In the fray was Abdel Razik. Controlled now by D'Angelo. That ball ricochets around Tamora. They continue to press here as unable to get it was Armani. Rodriguez had it for a brief second, and then it got loose and now controlled by Loquinario. The keeper pushing up to the half line here, sending that ball forward, but met by the defensive header of Hilliard. And now OSU might try catcher well off her line. Shot from distance is going to go wide as having a crack at it from, probably 40 yards out. I believe that was Tucci who let it fly. It was Tucci, and you can't fault her for having a go with Loquinario outside of her penalty area when that shot was taken. Had Tucci had the accuracy, that would have been in. Tucci pressing off the goal kick and emphasizing that OSU aren't backing down here even with a 2-0 lead. Woodbridge have got to find some urgency. Once again, pressing and creating a turnover this time is Abdel Razik. D'Angelo wrestles it back. Woodbridge working the far flank, trying to cut back into the middle. Rodriguez closed down immediately there by Gadban. Rodriguez still in possession for Woodbridge. Getting a touch to it for OSU was Sakely. And now they have possession with Sakely marching forward. She draws that one over. Abdul Razik. Sakely running onto it. Well-timed slide tackle there from Serba to stop that progress from OSU. Rodriguez for Woodbridge. Quick touch ahead, but Mora lacking the quality to connect. And now controlled here by Carano. Armani charging forward for Woodbridge. She tries to play ahead for Rashti. Rashti running onto it. Last off of the OSU player in Kenton Leeton, who made the play there for OSU to not only keep it in, but then play a good ball up the line. Abdul Razik. Tucci, good overlap run. She's onside and she's got room to run here. Can OSU make it 3? Bringing it in, and Southcombe tripping but standing back up to lay it off to Tucci, who lets the shot go. And that'll track out for a corner kick. Well, Sloan Southcombe had the break along the far flank and ultimately unable to create it herself, laying it back for Tucci, whose shot ricochets out for the goal kick. Tucci will set up to take the kick here, setting up for an outswinger. OSU trying to make it 3-0. Good ball delivered in. Bit of a miscue there as Loquinario missed it initially, but went off a defender's head and then her fists. And now Woodbridge have it ahead with Koromilos. Loose ball, OSU trying to corral, and they will as Tucci playing it back for Oyederin. Canton Leeton. Hilliard. Hilliard turned away but able to retain it herself, and she goes back to Hart Hunt. 60th minute of action as we've played 15 minutes here in the second half, and the scoreline the same as once we started the second half of play. It's OSU 2, Woodbridge 0. You're tuned into the 2025 OPDL Cup final in the under-16 girls division between OSU and Woodbridge, and that chance for OSU not to be is the touch from Gadban, a little off the mark, and Woodbridge start out here. Loquinario returning the pass back to Tantalo. Turned over. Winter trying to catch the keeper off her line, and Loquinario had to scamper back to make that save. Well, that's a couple of chances now where Loquinario has been caught out of position and fortunate to make the save. Abdelrazik, she shoots from outside the area, and that a little more routine of a save for Loquinario. Let's get a look, or you had a look at the replay there just moments ago. Ball bowled out, and it's controlled by Mora for Woodbridge. Sarah Mora laying that one off to Gabby Rushdie. Trying to play it ahead is Amari. Rushdie closed down closely by Southcombe. Laying it off to one of the captains, Addison Armani. Streaking with a minute is D'Angelo. That ball from Carano picked off and cleared up the pitch here by OSU. They'll look to take this 2-0 lead into the cooling break, as still a little off that, but not too far in the upcoming future, as there's a good through ball, and Mora touches to herself, and now she's got a chance to pull one back, but a big save from Hart Hunt as she darts out the right leg, makes a tremendous kick save on Mora, and get another look at this last chance. There you see Mora try put it past the keeper, and she nearly did, but a phenomenal save from Liv Hart Hunt to keep this a 2-0 scoreline. Woodbridge preparing to make a couple of substitutions, but they'll have a corner kick opportunity first, as there you get a look at Liv Hart Hunt, and arguably one of the players of the match today for OSU. And of course, right up there with Zaina Zabara, who's got both their goals. The corner kick sent in from Armani, not what they would have hoped for, and a wasted opportunity there on the corner kick. Abdel Razik trying to get the ball back as Carano trying to secure it, and away comes Tucci for OSU. Tucci plays a good ball ahead, and Southcomb's got room to run. Southcombe had a chance like this not long ago. There she shoots, and there she just puts it over the bar. Quality strike that time from Southcombe. And Stone Southcombe continuing to generate chances here in the second half for OSU as they look to increase their lead, already up 2-0. Abdel Razik on the edge of the penalty area, goes inside, gets around the defender, crosses to the back post, hits the defender in front, I believe. That was D'Angelo who got a piece of it. And now here go Woodbridge. Koromilos tries to get around the defenders. Koromilos falling to the ground, but the referee shakes his head and play continues on. Oyederin, as we're going to get the substitution now for Woodbridge. And it'll be a double change as they bring Owusu and Theo Charitis back into this match. And at least for now, it'll be Carano and Matza coming out. Restarting from the throw, Woodbridge in possession as Rodriguez playing it back. Serba goes to the keeper, Loquinario. Abdul Razik slowly closing in on Loquinario. She plays that ball across the half line where Nasri takes possession for OSU. Nasri goes all the way back to her keeper, Harthun, who quickly touches that over to Hilliard. Hilliard advances it, and OSU starting another wave of attack led by Southcombe. Southcombe cutting inside. Southcombe trying to draw free from Rodriguez. Rodriguez stayed with her and got a piece of the impending pass, but there's a good step up by Oyetarin as she tries to whip across into the penalty area. Knocked on by a couple of defenders and maybe a little too relaxed there from Serba. Ultimately, no harm as it's out for a goal kick. Well, O'Neill Sportswear is a leading supplier globally to grassroots sports organizations and professional clubs alike with over 100 years of expertise and Ontario Soccer's official soccer apparel uniform and equipment partner. For more information on their made-to-order personalized apparel and uniform solutions, visit O'Neills.com. O'Neill Sportswear. Live for it. Here go Woodbridge as they advance the ball up the far flank as Theocharitis back into the match trying to make a play here. Theocharitis laying that one just out of the range of Mora. And here go OSU with Tucci leading the rush. Tucci drops that one wide. Gadban. Room to control. Close down, and now she'll try and make a move but turns it over. Good defending there from Woodbridge. Carrying it forward after making the tackle is Tantalo. She has a nice little 1-2 with Theocharitis. And now Tantalo into the attacking third where she drops it for Rodriguez. Rodriguez trying to beat a couple of defenders. Whips the cross over to the far corner of the penalty area, but the attacker, Rashti, had already advanced too far ahead. Rashti getting back on side, but the pass from Koromilos never got there. Retained here by Woodbridge as Mora thinking shot. Now she unleashes it, and ultimately a routine save there for Harthun. Again, the wind now working against Woodbridge on those long shots. So it's really going to take something special to beat Harthun from distance with the wind in their faces. Woodbridge trying to work the ball here and turned over as Gadban trying to win a corner for OSU. Good last-ditch effort by the defender to knock it out for a throw instead. And with that, we'll get the cooling break. So here in the 67th minute, the teams will head to their respective touchlines for a hydration break, and we'll come back with the conclusion of the 2025 OPDL Under-16 Girls Cup Final.
Sound the horse, sound it. When they go back, how much you push it one time? We need it. Play holding the umbrella. I gotta protect the skin.
All right, soccer fans, welcome back from the cooling break as we restart with the action and an OSU throw deep in the attacking third here. As Oyederin plays it, Abdelrazak in the corner, turned over, and now Woodbridge start to work out from their own defensive third, but they can't get far. Tucci coming in with an initial interception, but then Tucci committing a foul on the back of D'Angelo. Actually, check that. That was Koromilos. And a free kick to Woodbridge. Owusu. They work it to the far touchline. Rodriguez in the middle wanted it. They never got it to her. As Owusu looks, and they play it over to Armani, but she was under pressure from Abdelrazak. Armani did well to advance it up to D'Angelo, who's now taking an attacking position for Woodbridge after playing much of the match at center back. OSU able to clear it away from D'Angelo that time. And Rodriguez in possession for Woodbridge. He lays that back to Serba. Serba advancing that one intended for Theocharitis, but Theocharitis never able to get to it and now secured by Hartun. So less than 20 minutes of match time remaining here, and OSU maintaining a 2-0 lead as they press the ball up the near flank, and Gadban running onto it. Gadban getting a hand there with Tantalo and a free kick called. We're going to have a substitution here as well. As this is very interesting. OSU are going to switch up keepers here as Taylor Reistrick gets set to come into this match. And I gotta wonder about this one. Hartun is a big reason why OSU has this 2-0 lead. She has made some phenomenal saves. So I don't know if this is injury. Hartun seems fine. I don't know if this was predetermined strategy. But a tough spot for a goalkeeper to come in off the bench and get the rhythm of this match with under 20 minutes to play. If you're Woodbridge, you really have to have a sense of urgency now and do what you can to test Taylor Reistrick immediately. Very interesting decision there from the OSU coaching staff. Controlled here by Rashti. Woodbridge unable to get possession onto the attacking side of half, and Tucci plays the ball ahead for Southcombe to run onto, but too far for her and easily secured by the keeper in Loquinario. Well, again, a big moment in that substitution as Hartun now out of the match after backstopping to a clean sheet through 73 minutes. And we'll see what Woodbridge can do and if they can test the new keeper in Reistruck. That pass, Reistruck, is intercepted, and here goes OSU. Abdul Razik looks to feed the ball ahead as Tucci running onto it, but Loquinario at the top of her area secures it. Quick throw for Armani. Rodriguez volleys it back, but a rushed play leads to a turnover in possession and a throw for OSU. While Woodbridge were clicking early in the match, they've struggled to string together anything of substance here in the second half of play. And this match really turning in favor of OSU, not only after the opening tally from Zabara, but the exclamation mark in the second goal really kind of taking the wind out of the sails of this Woodbridge squad. Their under 16 boys squad picking up OPDL glory in the morning match, but right now the under 16 girls squad for Woodbridge, it's gut check time. As they try to defend that ball into the penalty area, a bit of a miscommunication, and in the end, Loquinario clears it herself, the keeper off her line. Gotta look at some of the coaching staff and team officials here, and of course, tense moments on both sidelines. Good interception there from Woodbridge. Let's see what Theocharitis can do in turning the ball up the pitch. Rashti back over to Theocharitis. Rushed the decision and gave the ball away when she had time. Sakely. Oh, there's a good ball for Southcombe to run onto. She's trying to catch it, but that goes across the touchline and out for a goal kick. And actually, I think that was Ricci there. Yeah, it was, who was unable to keep the ball in after trying to chase it down. Ricci's had a nice game today for OSU. A constant threat and a constant creator up front today for Ottawa South United.
Go back!
From the restart, a throw-in awarded here for Woodbridge, as it looks like OSU are going to make a substitution momentarily. Controlled by Serba on the back line. She lays that one over to Owusu. She's got some space in front of her and dribbles it forward. Owusu draws it out to the right. Armani looking for an overlap option, but that well out of the range of Rashti, and Hilliard opts to play it instead of shielding it for a goal kick. Let's see if Woodbridge can capitalize on that. However, OSU cleared up the line and they're in possession here through the midfield. Nicely done by the OSU squad. Through the midfield, however, D'Angelo wrestles it free. And now Theocharitis trying to turn onto the attacking side of half. But again, miscommunication and miscombobulation in many ways for Woodbridge today. Miscues and mental gaffes, and Theocharitis not happy that she's getting the brunt of that negative feedback from her touchline. Oyederin tosses in, OSU control, but Woodbridge quickly retained. Theocharitis, good ball up the line, is running onto it now, and controlling with paces Sevzalian. Her ball stripped away as Oyederin there defensively. She's had a very nice match today for OSU. And they have it up through the midfield. Southcombe cuts back through the middle. She's got Ricci making the run. Tucci making the run. Southcombe still in possession. Left-footed strike, and that one high and out for a goal kick. The referee's sprinting back here. Do we have a, yeah, behind the play, we've got an injured OSU player, and that's Oyederin, who's down and in some discomfort. So Hopefully nothing serious there here in the 79th minute. Phoebe Oyederen's had a very strong game today for OSU, and right now getting stretched out. Looks like that left leg, left hamstring probably cramping up here in the heat. Trying conditions, and even with the wind, little relief here today for these players pitch side. And with the injury pause, the players will try to get any respite they can in relief from the heat. Well, time ticking away for Woodbridge, and we'll have about 10 minutes of match time plus any additional time. And with this injury stoppage, you would expect at least a couple of minutes to be tacked on to whatever else was being calculated. But ultimately, time working against Woodbridge now. They need a goal, they need some urgency, and they need it fast, because OSU and their players locking arms seem to be firing on all cylinders today, and OSU are a little more than 10 minutes away from writing Ontario soccer history and hoisting the OPDL Cup. And again, Woodbridge have not been able to take advantage of the strategic decision from OSU to switch the goaltender. Liv Hardhun, who played 74 minutes of this match before being subbed out for Taylor Reistrick. And Reistrick has yet to face a shot on target since she's come into this match. Well, substitution on the injury, and Laura Vaughn now into the game for OSU. You've got to look at her there, wearing number 67. And Owusu takes control for Woodbridge with time ticking away. They've got to make something happen now. Rashti turns, makes the pass ahead for D'Angelo. D'Angelo getting closed down by Hilliard, but she advances the ball ahead for Theo Chiride. Check that, that's Koromilos who got fouled, and Koromilos does well to win a free kick here for Woodbridge from a threatening spot on the pitch. So 82nd minute and a set piece opportunity as Armani stands over top the ball. Now Armani's been good today for Woodbridge, but the one aspect of her game that's been lacking has been execution on set pieces. She stands over top the ball for Woodbridge. Let's see if she can execute this time. 4-player wall sets up to defend the free kick. Woodbridge puts 6 players in and around the penalty area to try to receive something from the kick. Indirect free kick. Armani stands over top, plays it to the back. Oh, big save there by Reistrick, her first touch, and she makes a quality save, although with an indirect free kick, she could have let that go in and it would not have counted. It just would have been a goal kick, so maybe making her life harder than it needed to be, but also probably not wanting to take any chances in case a Woodbridge player or any player got a touch onto that. Let's get a look here at one of our players of the match, and hard to argue it should be anybody other than Zaina Zabara. 3 shot attempts, 2 goals, a first half brace. And so far the player of the match here in the 83rd minute, giving her team the 2-0 lead. Abdel Razik got held up, and that's enough of a pull from Tantalo to draw the referee's whistle, and a free kick for OSU. And remember, 4 call-up players for this OSU squad today, including Zabara. And what a match she has had, making the most of that call-up opportunity. Karadakis. Loose ball as a foul committed on the back of Vaughn, and a free kick here for OSU, and the desperation for Woodbridge becoming more and more evident as they try to do anything, including committing fouls, to change the outcome here. Hilliard plays the ball from the free kick over the head of Abdul Razik, and now controlled by Woodbridge as chopped down was Savazilian, and quick restart with Woodbridge on it. Working the outside line as they played ahead to Theocharitis. Theocharitis looking for options. She's got Savazilian trailing her as Theocharitis plays the ball in on goal, but the frustration evident on the Woodbridge bench as the decisions being made on the field not optimal and certainly not high percentage opportunities at this point. Here goes Abdul Razik. She could have a break. Abdul Razik takes this in, tries to chip the keeper, and just over the bar. Literally skimmed the top of the bar and went out. As that cheeky chip there from Ali Abdul Razik did not miss by much. Owusu. Controlled there by Matza. D'Angelo under pressure from Southcombe. Now Zabara in there. They wrestle to the turf, and a free kick to OSU as Zabara draws the call against D'Angelo. '86 minute here, and OSU are going to take every moment they can to hold up before restarting, including a substitution here as Araya gets set to come into this match and Abdul Razik subbed out. Well, the Woodbridge coaching staff complaining about just about everything without reflecting on maybe the bigger issue from within. OSU trying to make something happen within the penalty area, but a foul committed that time by the freshly subbed on Araya, and a free kick here to Woodbridge. Well, the Woodbridge Strikers need something now because they're almost completely out of time here as we're in the 87th minute, and I'm sure we'll have probably in the range of 3 to 5 minutes added on, but time ticking away and they can barely even get possession as here goes Zabara. Can she make it 3? Zabara shoots, and that's out for a corner kick. Zaina Zabara took it in herself. Maybe had options to play it across the face of goal, but wanted the hat trick, and in doing so, the gutsy block effort from the Woodbridge defender has led to a possible injury here. There you get a look at the shots attempted in this match. And OSU, despite being heavily outshot early, now have that statistical advantage as well. As most importantly for them, on the scoreboard it reads Ottawa South United 2, Woodbridge Strikers 0. You get a look at the crowd on hand here today from the stadium field at the Zankin Automotive Soccer Center. Another good crowd on hand, and we've got one more match to go at 5:15 p.m. this afternoon. We'll wrap up the 2025 OPDL Cup Finals weekend with the Under-15 Boys Cup Final between Aurora Soccer Club and Rush Academy. As this match in its waning moments, and we certainly hope that the injured Woodbridge player is going to be okay. Haven't been able to make out the number of that injured player. Most likely based on positional likelihood, you would have to think it was one of D'Angelo or Matza maybe, both spending much of this match at center back. Serba getting some time back there as well. I don't think it's Matza. I see her standing up. I don't believe it's Serba. It may indeed be D'Angelo. And you have to hope that there's nothing overly serious here with this knock. We saw a very scary head injury yesterday that led to a lengthy injury delay in our final match of the day. And you hope that that player from, I'm trying to remember the club off the top of my head, it was Markham, and I believe it was Fleming that was the player injured. You have to hope she's okay. She was certainly transported to a local health center for further evaluation after being carted off the pitch. And a similar maybe concern here with the Woodbridge player, although yesterday's injury a head injury by nature, this one seemingly more lower body focused. I do believe that's D'Angelo based on appearance. And she's been a stalwart today for Woodbridge, so with their chances already slipping away, this would be a very tough loss in terms of personnel on the pitch. She'll have to be carried off here with the assistance of a teammate and the medic. And certainly concern there for Woodbridge and their fans in attendance. Well, we'll wait to see how much added time we'll have here tacked on. And with this injury delay, you'd have to think it's a fairly substantial amount. Looks like Woodbridge are going to play one short for the time being. I didn't see anyone come on the pitch. In a quick count, it does look like they're short. Corner for OSU. Headed off and out for a goal kick, and dangerously close there to the injured player. Woodbridge restart with Owusu in possession. So a minimum of 5 minutes will be added on here, and a minimum at the referee's discretion here to be tacked on to the end of this match. Well, there's D'Angelo carrying the ball, so maybe it was Serba that got the brunt of that injury, as I don't notice Serba out there now, so we'll keep an eye. And certainly all the best to the injured Woodbridge player, wishing them a speedy recovery. D'Angelo tracking back here now. Zabara on her in pursuit, but it's back to Loquinario. Owusu. Ball played ahead, and Theocharitis and Karomilos come together, and Karomilos unable to control. Here go OSU with Tucci on it. Tucci trying to split a few defenders, and in the end turns it over to Carano. Carano through the midfield for Woodbridge, onto the attacking side of half, taking the space in front of her before dishing off to Theocharitis. Theocharitis cutting back into the middle. Under pressure, so peels away and tries to reset. Controlled now by Sevazalian. Sevazalian dishes that one off to Carano. Carano to Theocharitis. Theocharitis loses it in the scrum, and the ball cleared up to the half, where possession controlled by Woodbridge and D'Angelo. D'Angelo charging forward. Had it ricochet away from her, and now Hilliard will just hammer that up the pitch. With almost 4 minutes in the minimum 5 to be played, eclipsed here, and Woodbridge are going to need 2 goals in very quick succession. Armani, let's see if she can dig something out. Check that, that's Carano. Carano laying that one ahead to Sevazilian draws to her right foot, shoots, and off target. It's out for a goal kick. Well, you got to challenge the keeper there, and right idea from Serena Sevazilian, but the execution lacking as it's been all day long for Woodbridge. OSU trying to lock this down to the final whistle. That ball played up the pitch where Tantalo goes running after it. And Tantalo will play that through the middle. Owusu under pressure. Owusu dishes off. Tantalo. Out wide, and D'Angelo controls for Woodbridge. Armani in the middle as she looks for service here from Koromilos. Koromilos on the outside to Rashti. Rashti tries the initial cross block. She gets it back momentarily. Rashti to the top of the area. Theocharitis controls under pressure. Theocharitis lays it off to a teammate in the form of Sevazalian, who continues to press. Her low cross picked off by Winter. Cleared up. And controlled now by Tantalo. Owusu laying that one out wide. Maza plays it up for Rashti. Rashti being defended closely by Vaughn. Rashti chips it in, but it's headed out in a corner kick. Referee waving off substitutions. This could be the last few sequences of this match as he checks his watch. And Woodbridge set up for the outswinger. Everyone except the keeper and the corner kick taker into the penalty area for Woodbridge. Ball never even came in play, straight out for a goal kick. I think we'll get the substitutions here now, but the OSU keeper subbed in as a substitute. Reistrick a little slow to get up. OSU do get the sub as Cesario back into the match now. And the keeper Reistrick gets set to play it back in. Tucci. Zabara. Running onto it is Aria. She can't get around Owusu, and that's knocked out for a corner. The injured Woodbridge player continues to get treatment behind the net there. Certainly thoughts and prayers there, wishing a speedy recovery. Hate to see it. OSU looking to take the corner short and just keep possession deep in Woodbridge territory here. They will do so, holding it in the corner. Ball knocked out, Woodbridge throw. Armani. Theocharitis, this could be the last go for Woodbridge. They've got to make something happen. Koromilos. She's got some support in Armani. Armani outnumbered here though. Armani, no one around her in white. It's all OSU. And OSU, well, they'll commit a foul in defending there against Armani, and into the now 9th minute of added time. You have to think even if Woodbridge do get one, it's going to be too little too late. Armani, the free kick, lacking quality. And that'll do it. The final whistle sounds. And your 2025 OPDL Under-16 Girls Cup champions are Ottawa South United. They take this match by a 2-0 scoreline on the strength of a brace from their star call-up, Zaina Zabara, Goals in the 27th and 42nd minute. And OSU are your 2025 OPDL Cup champs and the U16 girls final. Get a look at the final whistle match stats from this game, and even though Woodbridge getting more shots on target, 12-10, this match all OSU after really the opening 20 minutes of play. Woodbridge came out strong early, but they couldn't sustain it, and eventually OSU finding their stride with a first half brace from their superstar call-up, Zaina Zabara, and they take this match by a final score of 2-0. Today's OPDL Cup action was fueled by Gatorade, the official sports fuel of OPDL. With a proven blend of carbs and electrolytes, Gatorade is scientifically formulated so you never stop competing. Rehydrate, replenish, and refuel after the match. Guys, are we going to run post-match highlights? Just let me know. Beautiful. Thank you. So we're going to get some post-match highlights here momentarily as our great production crew, no rush, guys. It's all good. Take your time as our crew doing a great job as always and bringing you multiple looks. And here we get a look at some of those match highlights. And OSU, well, they made it count when they had their opportunities. The early one coming there as Loquinario making the save. And even though they didn't get many opportunities early, OSU got some huge saves from their keeper, Liv Harthunt. There's the opening goal, the first from Zaina Zabara in the 27th minute. After a phenomenal individual effort, she powers that low shot into the bottom corner to give OSU the 1-0 lead at the time. There's another great save from Harthunt. She made a number of big saves in that first half specifically to keep OSU either level or in the lead. A chance there in the second half for OSU, and Abdul Razik unable to complete it. There's Zabara, who's going for the hat trick at that point, but she would have to settle for two, and a sweet brace it is for the star call-up because she gets both goals in the OSU Cup victory. Thank you again to our proud partners for today's event, our premier partners Toronto FC and the Canadian Premier League, our program partners Gatorade, as well as premier partners BMO and official apparel partners O'Neill Sportswear. Folks, we got one more game to wrap up the 2025 OPDL Cup Finals weekend, and it's up next at 5:15 p.m. Eastern between Aurora SC and Rush Academy in the Under-15 Boys Final. So until then, stay safe, stay cool, and we'll catch you back here in less than an hour's time to wrap up the 2025 OPDL Cup Finals weekend.
Number 11, Leo Jia. Number 17, Derek Clark. Number 18.
All right, soccer fans, welcome into the final match of the weekend here at the 2025 OPDL Cup in this U15 Boys final between Aurora FC and Rush Canada. Rush Canada going for back-to-back OPDL Cup victories in the U15 Boys final, as they were victorious last year, and with a new crop in the competition this year, they look to repeat the same success from 2024. Aurora FC in their iconic yellow kits, black shorts, yellow socks. The opposition today, Rush, dressed in their white kits, and we welcome you in to the stadium field at the Zankin Automotive Soccer Center here for the 2025 OPDL Cup Under 15 Boys final between Rush Canada and Aurora FC. It's been a phenomenal weekend of OPDL action, and it all culminates here with our 6th and final match this Sunday evening. We applaud all finalists that qualified for this prestigious event, excelling all season long on and off the pitch through the face of adversity, earning a berth here at the 2025 OPDL Cup. This competition provides an opportunity not only for tournament experience, but a platform for Ontario Soccer Provincial XL staff to observe and assess players and coaches outside of traditional league environments. Make sure you join us online and relive the 2025 OPDL Cup through the Match Center page on OntarioSoccer.net. And new this year, fans can enjoy even more coverage through Ontario Soccer's My Soccer app, powered by BMO, featuring exclusive content like player interviews and behind-the-scenes footage you won't find anywhere else. Download the app for free today from the Apple App Store or Google Play Store, and don't miss any of the action from the 2025 OPDL Cup and all upcoming Ontario soccer events. Well, we've been treated to 5 spectacular matches so far.